Good evening. You're very welcome to join me this evening on Bridges of Light. Ciao to my Italian friends. Bonjour to my French friends. And welcome to everyone. English, Irish, Fáilte, for our Irish Gaelic friends. This evening we're going to talk about our guides. And our guides are very much part of us, so it'll be just nice to start our evening by just sitting with them and taking heed of what's happening for you. Let it be in thought form, let it be in visual. It doesn't make any difference how they present themselves to you. What's important is that you acknowledge them. And the title of this evening is about communication with your guides. And it's something that I feel everyone here. Good evening, Mariella. And it's lovely to see you here too. I made sure I put 8 o'clock Italian time. But it's something that I feel everyone that's on tonight on the show knows about your guides, because I feel you wouldn't be here if you weren't aware of the role that they play in your life. So it's something we're going to just talk a little bit about, questions, exploring, just being present. You know, that's the greatest gift we can give to our guides. It's just that presence. Thank you, Mariella. Beautiful rose. Being present for our guides is acknowledging the essence of who we are, the essence of our spirit. Hi, Mara. I just want to lower this. My technology again. What do you expect? It's just a little bit too high. Are you able to hear me okay over it? I think it's a good job this is not a panoramic camera on the iPad, because I've been doing some work here in the house and I have just about everything everywhere. And I'm living in things just out of place, and it's quite challenging at the moment. Hi, Leslie. It's quite challenging at the moment even to do something very simple, but it will pass and I will get organised again sometime. I'm not going to worry about it. But as I say, once you can see it, I'm quite happy. But to talk about our guides, when you first become aware of the presence, it can be quite daunting, because there's so many different ways that they can communicate with us. They can make their presence felt visually. They can make their presence felt on an energy level. And that's something, thank you, Leslie. That's something that we need to just explore within our own energy. Because everything on this journey is about ourselves, contrary to what we're taught about caring for others and being aware of others. That's fine in the everyday world. But what's important when you're on this spiritual journey, that everything that's important is your energy, your essence, because this is why you're here, to actually live this journey. And your guides may let you know, as I say, physically, which can be a bit daunting, but they're not here to create any kind of distress. I know from, hello Roshin, I'll deal with, Roshan, I'll just deal with that question later on, if you don't mind. We're talking tonight about guides, and it's relevant what you're saying there, because that'll come in later on. It's important that what we do, that we literally can hand over the channel of communication to our spirit guides. Without them, we'd have very little hope of growing in the strength that we can spiritually. So it's not something that you feel at times that don't bother. I remember someone saying, I was actually in the college at the time, she just said, I have no time for being with my guides, I just want to work. Which was quite revealing really as to what work she wanted to do. Hi Sonia. Roisin, we will work, don't worry at the moment. We'll just, this is about our session now, up until about 7:25:30, is about being present in your own energy. Being present to hear, to feel the awareness of the broader essence of who you are. This is getting just a wee bit too loud for me. Excuse me, you just want to stand up. That was a bit better. So your guide is with you, whether you realize it or not. Your guide is going to be there with you every step of the way. And even when you're going through tough times, you might feel that you're on your own, but you're not. What's happening is that you're there, you're struggling with events that's happening around you. And while you're struggling, you're actually not aware of the support that's coming in from your guides. And as I said, Roshan, we're going to deal with the healing aspect in a little while, because just a short time before the show, I got a phone call from a friend who is her partner is in life-changing situations. And that made me very aware, because this energy coming in all directions, that there would be healing in our meditation this evening. So when someone is facing the challenges, it can do one or two things. Hi Tracy, you're welcome. It can do one of two things. It can block you from actually being aware that they're with you, or you can encompass the energy that's there for you. And that's something very beautiful, because it's the difficulty that you can face at times to see where they are, to see and feel them. Our guides are energy, and they have the ability to send healing from the spirit world. They also, no matter what's going on around us, that energy connects with us here, within our heart. And it's just what I'm going to ask you to do, two things I'm going to ask you to do at the minute, is one about the healing. Is in the window that's at the bottom of your screen. I presume it's at the bottom of your screen, but anyway, wherever the window that you can just type in, to put yes. No, you needn't put a name or anything, but what you're doing is you're putting in the energy into the collective, so that if there's someone that you're looking to have healing during the session, the healing is about the greater good. It's, we can't ask for healing for a particular ailment, because that ailment may be our saving grace. It may have a role that we know nothing about. But what is teaching us is what this journey can be about. And when we look and see afterwards how different things happen and our life is brought together, it's like all of us here brought together. That's energy. So look and see where the essence of your energy is at this moment. For most of you, it's here. For some of you, it's around the shoulders. And it's nearly a pressure, an essence that's there that you can feel. But the main essence at the moment that will come as we progress into the healing will be essence that will come up right up from the pit of our stomach. Because when it does that, it's working with all the colours of your aura. And this is where we're able to clear some obstacles that's there in the aura. And when it's for the greater good, we don't actually put a tab on it, because that's what we're looking for, is something that is for our greater good or the greater good of someone else. Love is the common bond between us all, because it's about love and it's about energy. The healing takes place through the process of energy, but that process is created by love. Hi Sandra. I'll come back to questions in a little while. Whatever you feel about your guide, it doesn't have to be within the parameters of what people say, the Indian, the Chinese man. It doesn't have to be. If it is, it's fine. There's no problem with that. But just don't get caught up that your guide is not in the status of someone else's guide. Your guide is your guide. They're working with you. They're working with the essence of who you are and helping you on the journey that you're on. And there's no manual that comes with you or your guide. There's nothing that we can do that will alter our guide to look like someone else or feel like someone else's guide. Many times, I suppose over the years, I felt, I suppose that I was waiting to see my guide. And as time went on, working with mediums, I always felt, at that time, I felt it's not happening. So, there's nothing, I'm not seeing, I'm not feeling an Indian, I'm not feeling a Chinese man, I'm not feeling these things. And it took until a situation that I was in where I needed healing, first of all. But I needed, I suppose, an affirmation that the guides were not always the same one as the same as the person that was talking about having the Indian, in particular, one person that always said they were Indians. So the day I surrendered to that is the day where everything changed. Everything changed for me. When you look, I've said to you before numerous times that one of the great loves I have is colour. Now, in one particular instance, what I seen within the realms of the guides that was with me, I seen the dancing of the colours, and I wasn't asleep, I was wide awake. I was sitting in my chair, and I wasn't actually meditating as such, was sitting in the quiet and had nice music on. But there was a dance of colours that literally the impact of seeing the colours. And I feel that that was really where I got so involved with the value of colours within healing. Because before that I always loved colour, but it really became very profound. And when that happens, my guides were actually telling me, you know, they're here, we're here, they're not across the ocean, they're not somewhere, we are here with you. And that never happened again. It happened just the once. But that was all it was that they needed to do, because it really had a major impact on me. And some of you may know Eileen Davis. She's a famous medium, an international medium, and a tutor in the college, in the Arthur Findlay College. But I was on a course with her, and this was what, 2010, and like that, where there was one day, sorry about the beam of lights, because I have to have these lights. This, she said, was my guide. She drew it while she was waiting on me to appear for a reading with her. And she handed me that, and she said, it's something that she says, I've been told that I need to do this for you. And it was around that time, maybe it was a year or two after the colours, but it kind of all came together. Now I don't see this guide, I don't see his form. My feeling when the guides are here, and it's here, I just have that feeling of, it's like, you know, when the newborn baby, how they're swaddled, where the blankets are pulled around them. And it really is very like a cocoon. That's my feeling when my guides draw close. So I'm going to ask you now, yes, you put lovely Roisin. We have Christina. Anyone else that wants to put yes on the, that'll come up. But you're requesting it, and you're putting it into the center, into the core. So later on, when we're doing the healing, we'll look at now. Roisin, there's a lot of energy around me, and the girl that is ill is a raw. Is it warrior? Yeah, it is. And if death is the better answer for her, well, so be it. You see, we don't have the right to ask for something that is as serious as that. We have the right to ask for her greater good, and that is the comfort, because you know that this is her journey. But they're easy words to say, believe me, I know. They're easy words to say, but when you're standing by watching someone going through what is going on for them, and it being quite serious, they're not easy words. We'll take today's world, how so many lives have been taken by this terrible virus. You know, so much grief, so much heaviness that can be around, that it's very difficult at times to see beyond what is happening. We have to be in ourselves, trusting that our journey is about helping and healing. And that is about ourselves. I'll focus on you, because this is where we give so much outwardly. And as we give outwardly, the deficit builds up in ourselves. Mariella, when we're in harmony with divine, when God comes into our life, we can talk to him directly with prayer. Yes, and when I just want to see, we can feel all universal and spiritual love around into our body. Our life will reserve us lots of beautiful energies. Yeah, so true, Mariella, so true. Hi, Ona, I'm not ignoring you, it's just working through the questions there, or the remarks that was made. Yeah, you see, this is the hard part where you can't interact, and you know, if we were, say, on Zoom or that, you'd be asking questions, or you'd see the people, and then it takes a good while for there's a time lapse between me asking something and it coming up, the answer coming up on screen. But you know, for everyone here, if you were able to sit for 10 minutes a day, to dedicate that time to the presence of your guides. We have our guide that follows us through the eons of time. And then we have our special guides that comes in at different times into our lives for the reasons that we have specific tasks to go through, to perform, and to work through and learn through. So every moment is about learning. There is no such thing as a wasted moment. You don't get it back. This is about now. So from whatever time you join me till whatever time you leave, that time is precious to you. It doesn't come back. It's up to you how you feel, how you think. And the next stage of that is taking responsibility for it. I've often felt when I see people who is feeling lost, that if I could go to them and just put my arms around them and just let them know that their guides, not alone physically the person and the side of it, but that their guides is there. But it's not always the case that it's appropriate. If there's someone you know that understands, that's very different. But when it's a stranger, we'll say in a hospital, that's watching someone that is very ill, that's where it's not. Sometimes all you can do is send love. And I say, oh, that sounds awful to say all you can do, but you can send love and allow that love to work whatever way it's meant to work. Worked with me until 6th of August, but took a cerebral aneurysm on 7th of August and has been in ICU since. Yeah, like it really is something that it's terrible to watch a friend, someone who you know, because your energies have blended together. Roisin will address that after the show, okay? I don't do sitting, so it, just not to mislead you, but we can address this after the show, Roisin, okay? Is there any questions? Anyone have any questions they'd like to ask before we move into our meditation? I just feel there's a lot of energy that's needed for healing this evening. Sometimes sometimes the energy is all kind of buzzing, but this is not buzzing. It's in that calm It's in that calm place, so it's very much about healing. Buzzing sometimes happens for healing as well, but of different nature. You know when it's that nature, when it's needed in that way. Okay. I know Marie, oh, you'd kill me. It's difficult. I don't know what the problem is, but I am aware of it because I know from going on other shows, it sometimes can be a way down the line. Okay, okay, Ona. What I'm going to ask you to do now for the meditation is two things. The meditation, I don't know what way it's going. I haven't a clue. It's one of those, as I say, it's a different type this evening. I quite often will know that the path that it's going, and then it takes off on its own. But this evening I haven't any idea. When we're working through and getting into the meditation, put the names of between yourselves. It's personal. This is personal. You don't have to put anything up at all. But put your names of whoever you want to have healing. Put the names in your mind. And as you do that, ask your guides to help this person or yourself in the situation that they're in, and ask that it's for the greater good. Okay. So now what I'm going to ask you is just to take your time now to get into a place where you're comfortable and where you're able to relax without getting too relaxed. I don't want you falling asleep one day. Wouldn't that be terrible? Not at all. Healing takes place wherever. I'm just lighting one of the incense. Healing takes place in its own way. You don't have to be in any particular position. All I'm asking is that you're upright, because one of the things that you are going to do is your chakras needs to be in line from base chakra up. As you breathe within the energy zones, you're bringing all your energy together. You're blending it. You're strengthening. Because if you're kind of slouched over, you're impacting on the energy and the flow of energy. So as to sit up straight, shoulders back, and we'll just get. I need to maneuver this because it'll go off in the middle, and I have to get up. It's maybe, yeah, technology. I have a piece of furniture in front of it, so that's the problem. As I said, yeah, that's it going now. I feel it's going to be a good bit of colour coming in this evening. can just visualize you, Leslie. All right. So just now, take a deep breath, breathe in, and relax as you breathe out. Now just do 3 more breaths, just breathing deep into the pit of your stomach. And as you relax with the inward breath, just breathe in love. Say it in your mind, or if it feels better to say it out, whatever way feels right. And breathe out love. Receiving and giving. Breathe in love. Breathe out love. Now with your breath, breathing deep down into the pit of your tummy, just be aware of your base chakra and be aware of the strength that you can activate within the base chakra, the power, the strength in character, the strength of power that you're able to exercise. Now just be aware of the color red circulation within and without. Just being aware of that color energizing and making you feel strong, giving you the power to be yourself. As we move up now, we're going into the sacral chakra. This is the chakra where we have the energy of the essence of who we are. Female, male energy, the energy that's in us all. And being aware that this energy is going to make you feel stronger and give you more insight into the power that you hold. And now we'll come up to the solar plexus. The solar plexus is the connection from above and below. It's like the junction box of all our energy. And we have that beautiful yellow that carries the brighter shade than we done in the sacral chakra, which I overlooked. But we're coming up in strength, we're coming up in awareness, and we're coming up in that beautiful power that's within each and every one of us. So now let us move up to the heart chakra. And in the heart chakra, we are able to open up our hearts and our minds to healing, that beautiful energy of love and healing. So for everyone that is on our list of healing this evening, just hold them in your heart and your mind so that they can receive the healing. You can receive the healing. And be aware of the divine love that is within each and every one of us. In your mind, just repeat the names, the people that you're requesting healing. We're moving up now to the throat chakra. Again, being aware of the power of your voice. And as you become aware of the power of your voice, be aware of the strength and the power that you have brought through from your base chakra, from your sacral, from your solar plexus, and your heart. Just be aware of that strength and power that will open up the energy so that you can speak your truth, and that your voice can be a healer to those who are in need. Now we move up to the third eye. The third eye gives you the strength to know when something is right for you. It can give you insight into your life's journey. And it allows you at times to see and to know when something is right for you. We move up to the crown chakra. And the energy feels so much lighter. Being aware of the divine, being aware of your spirit essence. And aware of the divine within your spirit essence. With all your energy and all your knowing, invite your guide to make their presence felt. Let it be a feeling, let it be seen, or let it be a knowing. Invite them to draw close and into your awareness. Being aware of the love that they're here to give you and to feel it, to open up your hearts and minds. And just be aware of how precious a gift they are to you. That they're with you every step of the way. Ask them to join you on the chair that you're sitting on. That they have that closeness to them. Just invite them to be present in your energy, in awareness. That beautiful feeling. And as they're beside you, ask them, is there something that they want to say to you? Is there something that they want to give to you? And at times we may feel it's our imagination, but remember that's their greatest tool to work with you. Acknowledge whatever it is that you feel, hear, or see. Now thank them. Thank them for being here with you. Thank them for whatever they gave you. And being aware that they're going to be with you all the time, but that's at a different level. So just let them know that you're aware that they will be with you. And also the gratitude that you have for their presence. So we're going to go back and breathe in love and breathe out love. And be aware of any colours that you see. You may feel them. You don't necessarily have to see them. Just breathing in love, breathing out love. Be aware that they are going to be with you on your onward journey. So now just gradually come back into awareness of where you're sitting. move your fingers and toes and follow that movement through your body. And just a deep breath and raise your arms up so that your lungs are filled with air. And just relax with the outward breath. A lot of healing. Your healing guides were very, very busy. See, when part of our guide that we have with us all the time, they're part of everything. They're part of the other guides. They're part of us. They're an integral part of everything. So when you need them, you need just to be aware of them. That's all you need to do. Belly full of laughter. Joy and love is what they brought. Ah, lovely, Mary. Felt a very strong current of energy around me. You're very welcome, Mary. It's always good to take a drink of water. That's how I managed to do it without having to get up. Yeah, it's good to take drink of water after you finish. But one of the things I'd say to you is that in organising your evening, is that you're going to be able to stay in the energy for a while, and just allow it to stay with you. Ah, that's lovely, Ona, and Teresa. It was a deep, because I know in my voice when they really go into that depth. For me, what I was seeing within the energy, essence of energy, I was seeing the blue, but the blue had different shades in it. It was like it had to be a lot stronger for healing than the passive blue that we generally associate with healing. And that I feel would be for this area here. This area here is in need of a voice, a need of strength. That's lovely, Sonia. It is about going into that place and being in that place of peace, because we're so used to having to run here and run there for everyone and anyone, and we don't actually take the time out for ourselves. And that's I feel that's why I enjoy the Friday evenings, because I feel it is about the energies all coming together, and we can become that person that we really are. We can become that peaceful, that inner peace that can be expressed. And we take it for granted. We can be spiritual and still not take time for our own spirit, to allow it to glow, to allow it to manifest the energy that's needed. And one of the big things I found there this evening was that it was the energy that was coming from the pit of the stomach. And that was something. I could hear them here, Mary. So stressed and need to be more in touch with myself. Yes, Roshan, that is definitely the key to everything. you say, yeah, you need a bit of your life skills experience. You see, everyone's life is different, and along the way, like I had a lot of challenges, major challenges over my lifetime. But it actually is when I became more aware of the value of what it brought me, because it's the challenges that brings us that strength. Yeah, it's the value of that whole strength that grows within you, because you've only one way to go when you are down there, and that is up. And it's the energy that you take with you through that experience, that when you overcome the challenge, you look back and see where that experience brought you from to. And there's no answers. No one has an answer for how it was done. You're the person with the answer. So that you're the person that can see where the stepping stones took place. Who was there? Who influenced you? What experience influenced you? And it is very definitely, Ona, it is that experience that teaches us and hones us as well, because sometimes it's very difficult to let go of dreams and let go of situations that we feel we want to be in, and they don't necessarily be the situations we need to be in. But that's the hard part. That's the hard lesson of life. But it does bring the roses. But remember, the roses have thorns. So you learn as you work with the rose. You learn what not to touch and what to avoid. So it is the beauty of that pathway that we're on. Next week we're going to be looking at the tree of life, and it might be nice if you actually have a piece of paper. It doesn't matter what size. It can be A4, it can be the smaller A5, but just to have it on a pen or pencil, and allow whatever. I don't know what it's about. I told you before, sometimes all the plans are made and it just goes, yeah. Because I do trust my team, and I trust your teams to work, that they all work together, and then that we all come together at the right time. But that's what we're going to do next week. So next week, just have that paper and allow yourself to be free of thought that you have to do this or that. It's just going to be whatever it's going to be. Isn't that great bit of info? I'm going to leave you and love you, and all I can say is that drink water now, but be very aware of your dreams, because your dream world can follow on from the healing session. The dream world can let you know what they've been trying to, what your guides have been trying to work with you. So I'll see you next week, same time, same place, and have a lovely evening and a lovely weekend and week ahead. Take care.